I just realized I come from a family of hustlers. Like, I'm not even kidding. My mum is like the OG hustler. Okay, just a bit of a warning. This is going to be a pretty long video, probably my longest video yet. So my mum is the type of woman that was like the jack of all trades, basically. So she did everything from like hairdressing, barbering. So we never had to get our hair dyed or cut at a place. She would come and do our own hair and it would look fucking fire all the time. She sewed clothes. Like, I remember when I was in high school, you know, those like dancer like pants with the drop crutch and stuff like that. She made me shitloads of those. Like, I was selling them to my friends, and we even made like the drop tail tops. Like, we were selling those as well online. Like, our friends were like, fuck, where'd you get that from? And we were like, oh, our mum made it. And they're like, oh, I'll buy one off her. And you know, it became a side hustle. I used to literally get my mum to make like custom dresses to go to parties. I'm not even kidding. Like, they were like, no one had them. I remember one time she made it out of curtain fabric, and it was like, I sold that dress for like $120 after I had my first kid. And it literally cost like $13 to make. I don't know if you remember, but do you remember those tracksuits and they have like the multi designs down the side and stuff? So when I was like 4 or 5, my mum used to sell those at the markets. So she used to take us to the markets all the time, sell the clothes, and it was a fucking hit. Like, they were selling like fucking hotcakes. She started this in Australia. Then we moved to New Zealand when I was 5, and she carried on doing it. I was like her little tail. I followed her everywhere, and she would bring all us kids along. And I honestly think that's where we get our side hustle like mentality from. Like, a full-time job is just not enough. You need that extra income coming in. So we're doing the markets, and that was cool. My mum's like, you know what? We're going to do a food store, and we're going to see how that goes. And literally, she just sold stuff that should make us for dinner, like, every now and then. So I don't know. It's like quite a common thing now. It's called taniwha burgers. So it's like fry bread, and you put like steak, eggs, onion, mushroom sauce, or whatever. Or you could have chicken or pork. Like, I'm not saying my mum made it up, but I was like 5 when she started this. And we went to one market one Sunday. She sold it. It went like fucking hotcakes. And she's like, fuck, we can really make a killing with this. And this is just the weekend. So my mum only did markets on the weekend. She still worked a full-time job. She worked 3 jobs, plus she was studying. And she would take us kids out and still try look for ways to make money on the side. So we never went out. My mum was a miracle worker. She always made miracles happen. And she was always there to support us. Like, I got hard out into kapaka in high school. So I was doing like Polyfest and all that kind of stuff. And my mum would always do a store at Polyfest. And she started to do, because taniwha burgers was like a real popular thing by this time. So she started a new idea, and she started doing something that she called poly sandwiches. And it was basically like rewona bread, and you cut it up and you basically toast it like you do a cheese toasty or whatever, and then you add like your chicken and your pork and your salad and all that kind of type of stuff, and that went like fucking fire. Every year they were looking for us. And she'd sell it with like seafood chowder and maybe brownies, because she had like the best brownies, or steam pudding, and then we'll have our drinks and stuff, obviously. But that's what I mean. My mum's mentality, she was always like, nah, fuck, we can make a killing with this. So I ended up doing some markets as well, selling food, and because I know all my mum's recipes, and they were always a hit. I've literally dipped my toes into everything. So I've done Etsy, I've done drop shipping, I've done eyelash extensions, I've done nails, like, you know, the acrylic nails and stuff. I've done vinyl stickers. I've done MLM without even knowing that I was doing it. And now I'm giving affiliate marketing a shot, because why the fuck wouldn't I? I literally try everything. So I get that from my mum, I think. Like, she's always tried something, and if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, what do you lose? So until I did TrueCoin, I literally had no idea what the fuck I was doing. So just go check it out. It's in my stand store. Now, my brother Toby, he's always been hard out into his music. So he's always hustled in that. He's always grinded in that to push his music out. So he's like a rapper. He has a partner who's a lovely singer. And they have loads and loads of videos on YouTube. So go check it out. He's just dropped. He's been going through a bit of a mental health issue for the last couple of years. Bit of a depression. And his song that he's just put out basically aligns around that. So it's basically just the awareness of mental health, and that it is possible to happen to anyone, and just kind of get stuck. So he's just trying to throw some motivation out there. And yeah, so he's just dropped a new clip on YouTube, and I'll probably link it in this later. Then my other brother Leroy, he's a carver, and he's also does tamukos and tattoos. So tamukos like Māori tattoos. He's done a few on me, so this is one of them. He's done my shoulder. This is like one of his first tattoos he ever did. He's done my back. But yeah, he's actually like gotten a whole lot better from this one. And I'll link some stuff in there as well. But this is what I mean, like my family are like legit hustlers. And then my partner, he obviously, as you would have seen in one of my other videos, he does sub boxes on the side. So he does custom ones and he does standard ones that he sells to shops, and then they put their profit on it and sell it to the people. Or he also sells to people that just hit him up on Facebook or whatever, and to companies and stuff like that. And that's literally a lot of where our income comes from, is through his side hustling. He also does trading. Honestly, that just mind fucked me, so I'm not even going to try that. And then I was like, okay, no, I'm feeling a bit shitty. Like, I feel like I need to bring more money in to this family, like my family, because working a full-time job just isn't enough. That literally pays the bills and that's it. Like, my money comes in and it goes straight back out. I don't even see a cent of it. But it is possible. It is possible to have a side hustle and also work a full-time job. Like, I'm doing it right now. I literally film my videos at like 2-3 a.m. in the morning, save them to my drafts on TikTok, and then I just post them out when I feel like it. Like, I post them out every day, like 3 or 4 videos a day I post out. And that is the sacrifice I am willing to make to try and bring some money in to my whanau and for my tamariki. So if you want to see any of my family's work, like their videos or their carvings or tamukos, or my mum's weaving, she's literally living off the grid. So she quit her job and she's like, no, I'm going to go do what I want to do. And she invested in herself. So she's got her bachelor's in weaving. So she invested in herself so she could find a way that she could have a passive income coming into her while she lives off grid, doing what she's always wanted to do and that she loves. She's retired. And she's only like 54. Don't quote me on that. She could be 52. She's around that age. She's young anyway. So like, I was like, fuck, I want to retire like at a younger age. I don't want to be still like hardcore working for like 40 plus years for a job I don't even love, and for a job that doesn't really fucking let me live. I'm surviving. We're surviving, whanau. So yes, my mum is like someone I really look up to because she's always pushed beyond what anyone else can do in the same category. So my mum makes like I said, pew-pews, kids' ears. Do you know how much a pew-pew is depending on how big you are? There's kapahaka adult competitions out there, right? So there's kapahaka adult groups that literally pay from $200 to $1,000 for one pew-pew. I'm not saying that a pew-pew is fast and quick to make, because it's not. There's a lot that goes into the process. But my mum literally can make a killing just selling one pew-pew. Like, and like, they are quite sourced after. She does pakes and kurawais and stuff. Like, come on, like, she's smart. So follow me on my affiliate marketing journey. Push the, the red plus, push that, follow me. Check out my Stan store. It's not on TikTok at the moment, it's on my Instagram. And my Stan store links on my, what I just said. And just have a look at TrueCoin. It could be the starting step for you to get that extra side hustle to start bringing money in. I am going to warn you, it's not going to happen overnight, whanau. You're going to have to work for it, just like everything else that we do in life. We have to work for it to get paid. Peace, whanau. Love ya.